So I was able to get all of the Age of the Prime's first wave, and today I'm going to be ranking them from worst to best. And this is basically also a kind of technically an overview of all of them. So let's start with number 8. Now, keep in mind that none of these are truly bad figures. I believe all of these are pretty good figures. It's just some are better than others, but let's start with number 8, and that is going to be Fugitive Waspinator. This is not a bad mold. In fact, I believe this is better than the animated Bumblebee, but it's just something about him that is just not as fun as the rest of the figures. He's very good though. I do believe that he is a very good figure. He's got a lot of posability. The articulation's really well. The accessories are great, and the transformation's fun. The vehicle mode is just the perfect small little vehicle, and I really enjoy this figure, but somebody has to be last. But keep in mind that none of these are truly bad figures. Let's move into the side. Number 7, we have G2 Grimlock. Let me put him into frame. Now, G2 Grimlock, neither is this a bad figure. We'll keep Wheelie. Wheelie is probably the worst figure of this entire series, but he's also a pack-in, so he doesn't really count. So let's just put Wheelie to the side. Grimlock here is pretty good. It's just, I like the blue on him. I think he's nice, but this is a problem. This kind of thing, the chest is kind of loose, and it likes to come off a lot. So, yeah. But the blue is working. I do like the G2 blue. I don't know if I'm going to get the rest of the G2 Dinobots, but I think the blue looks really nice on Grimlock, and I like that they gave him the red visor like the toy, and it looks really nice. But in my opinion, I believe you should probably just wait for a re-release of the 86 Grimlock that's coming out soon, unless you're really into this blue, which is a nice blue. But if you're really wanting to complete your Dinobots, just wait for the 86. Number 6 is going to be Air Raid. I don't know, man. This one is also a good figure, but it's kind of hindered by a couple things. First off, the transformation is really simple and kind of underwhelming as a transformation. The articulation is pretty good. The posability is kind of lacking, though. I know technically posability and articulations is kind of the same thing, but I don't really believe that's the way. But he doesn't look great in many poses. He looks fine in most, but there's not really a ton of him he looks great. Like I said, the transformation is really boring, but everything else about him is good. He's built just to be a leg for Superion, which makes sense. Now, like I said, I don't dislike any of these figures. So if you think that I'm being negative about any of these, please do not take this wrong. I enjoy all 8 of these figures. Now, next up at number 5, I believe. Yes, number 5 is Armada Red Alert. Now, Armada Red Alert here is really cool. I really enjoy Armada. Armada is my second favorite continuity behind G1, and it's just an overall good figure. The posability is great. The transformation's fun. There was slight false advertising on this before, because if you remember seeing the renders, there was going to be 2 normal hands and not the little the little gun hands. There's going to be 2 hands, so that's false advertising. But if the rumors are true and the flatline is going to be a retool of this, that makes sense. That he might come with 2 hands, but Red Alert here doesn't. He still has the whole the little pop-up thing right here. Let me put this on. All right, there we go. You can do that. Flip it down. But the transformation is really fun and simple, and the vehicle mode is basically perfect. This is overall a really great figure, and it's honestly pretty perfect. Number 4 is Slingshot. Now, like Air Raid, he's kind of generic, as he's supposed to be an aerial bot, and he is good. But the transformation is really where this figure shines. The transformation is really fun to just flip back and forth. It's really good, and I really enjoy the transformation. I would do it here, but we're just going to go in through all of them at the same time right now. But yeah, Slingshot here is really cool. I do like the transformation. As you can see, the slit is here for Superion mode. And I'm really excited for Superion, because this looks like a really good combiner. Because Menasor was really good, and I bet Superion is just going to be as good. Coming in at the top 3, I think now we're on to the primes, which makes sense because I do think the primes are probably the best ones of this wave. And the first up is Solus Prime. Now, Solus Prime here is cool. I do like Solus Prime. I think she looks great with the other primes. It's just that I've heard a lot of horror stories about this figure. There's been problems of things falling off and like figures like completely falling apart and like really weak and loose joints. Mine's okay. Mine does have some parts that pop off sometimes, but it's not as bad as other people's. But she's got a lot of good articulation. Like she has the sword wheel, the ball jointed wrist, so she can hold her hammer at an angle like that. And like you saw in the beginning, she can hold it with both hands, so you can make a really good forging pose. But she's overall a great figure. I do really like it. I'm gonna agree with Perspective End though. If you wanna test your luck and try to get a good one, that's fine. But you might want to wait for some sort of reissue or re-release or rerun because I won the QC lottery and got a really good figure. But not all of them are like that. A lot of them kind of have problems. So maybe you should wait. But honestly, if you don't want to, that's fine. It's a really good figure. And next up is number 2, which is Prima Prime. I'm just going to call him Prima. But Prima is here. Prima's here is cool. He's got a good articulation. He's got a great accessory. I forgot to mention, Solus comes with a good accessory too. The forge hammer is really nice. But the Prima Prime here, he's got good articulation. The transformation is fun. The posability is good, as you just saw. He's got like backwards and forward tilts on the feet, so you can kind of. And same thing on this side. You can kind of make him look like he's walking. He's walking. Yeah, sorry. Head sculpt, I'm not a big fan of. I'm okay with it, but I really wish they went with the aligned continuity head because it just doesn't make sense that they would make the aligned continuity body and then just give him a G1 head. So I'm hoping they're going to do some sort of reissue later with a aligned continuity head. I'm really hoping for that, but if they don't, I'm still happy with this. I think the G1 head looks fine. I'd just rather have the aligned continuity head. But like I said, this figure is still really good. And finally, number 1, I think this is obvious to anyone who owns this figure and everyone who doesn't own this figure. Number 1 is obviously Age of the Primes, Megatronus the Fallen. He is just, everything about this is perfect. The articulation is great, the accessories are beautiful, the transformation is perfect, the vehicle mode is amazing, everything about him is great. You can just put this guy into any pose and he will look absolutely menacing and just beautiful. The flame effects really help. I wouldn't recommend putting the flame effects on for a long time though, because it could damage the figure. But I have the flame effects on for display. But I'm not going to keep them on forever, obviously, because they could damage the plastic. But either way, you can put this guy into any pose, and he will just look menacing. He will look beautiful. This figure is just so beautiful. Mine is it's a little wobbly at the legs, but honestly, I can deal with that. He's got amazing articulation. Like, as you can see, he's got butterfly joints. He's got butterfly joints, so you can go all the way up here and kind of make it look like he's looking through his sword, like that. He's got like like a really good bends on the elbows, really good bends on the knees. I got all the swivels and everything. The butterfly joints is really good. I feel like this is like a top 5 figure for me. This is just so beautiful and so good, and it's just everything about him is perfect. This is like 86 Optimus Prime levels of fantasticness, and that is like one of my favorite figures of all time. And obviously, this is also one of my favorite figures of all time. I've only had him for like 3 days, and I'm already like, yeah, this is beautiful. But yeah, that is everyone. Obviously, none of these figures are bad. They're all really good, actually. Oh, Solus fell down. Come on, Solus. There we go. Oh, Wheelie's down too. Come on, Wheelie. Get up. Get up. Nope. There we go. Nope. There you go. Yeah, all of these figures are great, but if you were trying to pick and choose between any to get, I would say go for the primes and go for Red Alert. If you're not going for Superion, you can skip the aerial bots. The Fugitive Waspinator is pretty good, but you can definitely skip it. Same thing with Grimlock. If you're going for Superion, these two are great additions, especially since you have to get them to complete Superion. And these aren't bad figures either. Grimlock and Waspinator are both good figures. It's just, I think the rest of them are better. And obviously, if you find Megatronus anywhere for a retail, or probably even like, I would pay like 80, maybe to $100 for this figure. It's just that good, honestly. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, please tell me how you feel in the comments. Let's start a conversation on what do you think about this. Like, do you have any of these figures, or do you like any? Do you dislike one of these? Did your favorite get low? I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to show you all that. Don't worry, Wave 2 Wave 2 is on the way from Hasbro. Not for a while, it's going to be months, but I have all of Wave 2 pre-ordered, and then so I'll have a Wave 2 video soon, and then Wave 3 will also get a video, and then hopefully I can get a Superion and Star Optimus Prime videos out soon. And hopefully I'll also get a Devastator video when all that comes out soon. But thank you for watching. Goodbye.